Hello, welcome back. Rigel Smith here, and today I'm going to teach you how to use floral essential oils. So when we think about the category of floral essential oils, these are extremely supportive to our emotional well-being. They help us feel calm, they help our nervous system relax. They are also supportive to skin health and anti-aging. I'll share some of my favorite tips on how to use them for that. And they're also supportive to your hormone health. So 2 weeks ago, I taught you how to use the category of wood essential oils and how they're restorative to the body and emotionally grounding. And a lot of you really liked the idea of learning about the categories of oils. So today, we're going to dive into the florals. I have a cheat sheet for you on my blog. It's going to be linked in the bottom of the description of this YouTube video. I'll have recipes for all these essential oil, deeper dive into how to use them. And today we're going to briefly cover blue tansy, clary sage, geranium, helichrysum, jasmine, lavender, magnolia, melissa, neroli, Roman chamomile, rose, and ylang ylang. So let's start with my personal favorite, which is rose essential oil. Now, rose has a lot of benefits. If we look up emotionally, it is the oil of divine love. When we look it up in the Emotions and Essential Oil book, to me, it's very comforting. I use it every single day. I rub it right over my heart when I'm getting ready, and then I roll it behind my ears and on my pulse points. So it's very probable that if you give me a hug that I smell like rose essential oil. I absolutely love it. And something unique about this floral is it's actually extremely supportive to the immune system. So we don't often think about florals as being an immune oil, but rose and geranium actually are. Sometimes a fun fact is sometimes they call geranium the poor man's rose because rose is actually the most expensive oil that doTERRA has. Now, the floral oils in general are a little bit more expensive, but when you think about how they're sourced, so doTERRA doesn't use any synthetics, any fillers, any junk to create these. It's just the pure flower. It takes a lot of pounds of flour to make one essential oil, to do it sustainably, and to pay their workers a fair and living wage. So rose is the most expensive oil doTERRA has, but you can get it in a more affordable version if you get the touch. So the touch just means it's an oil that is mixed with fractionated coconut oil. And I actually prefer that over the 5 milliliter, which is undiluted. And I like that because I'm usually rubbing it on my body. So if that's how you're gonna use it for skin, to wear it as a personal fragrance, touch is where to go. If you're gonna mix it in diffuser blends, your own personal roller blends, maybe sugar scrubs, salt scrubs, room sprays, then you might want the 5 ml. A little known fact about this one is at room temperature, pure rose will actually crystallize. And this was crystallized right before the video, but I've been holding it in my hand, and when you hold it up, it'll warm it up a little bit and then it'll become liquid again. So if your rose ever gets crystallized, that's completely normal. Just hold it in your hand and it will melt again. There's 3 other florals that I like to use for personal fragrance. So in addition to rose, sometimes I'll rotate through neroli, magnolia, and jasmine. So some specific benefits about neroli. Neroli is really incredible at supporting healthy hormones and libido. So sometimes in doTERRA, you'll hear people refer to neroli as the baby maker. It can just kind of turn on that libido, fire it up. It has historically been used to adorn the beds of newlyweds, and it smells sweet, but a little bit citrusy. So I smell the floral, the sweetness, but there's a hint of citrus in the background. This to me is interesting because it smells different depending on where I am in my menstrual cycle. So sometimes to me it smells really floral and sweet. Sometimes it smells more citrusy, and sometimes it even smells a little bit bitter, which is kind of interesting. But I'm in the season of my cycle where it smells like a beautiful bouquet of flowers. So if you want to buy yourself some flowers, maybe check out some of the floral essential oils. They'll last much longer than flowers. They have great therapeutic benefits and they'll last much longer. Jasmine is another one that you could use for a personal fragrance. It is also a uterine tonic, so you can rub it on your abdomen for some uterine tonic toning. It smells very sweet. I'm gonna say that frequently. All of these really smell very sweet to me. They're flowers. It smells just like you brushed up against a jasmine plant or jasmine tea. And this is one that sometimes I'll rotate through with or without my rose oil. And then finally we have magnolia. And specifically, I like to use magnolia next to my bed. I like to put it over my heart before I go to sleep and then on the bottoms of my feet. And I can feel my nervous system take a deep breath and just calm down. It is one of my personal favorite sleep oils. It's not necessarily one that many people recommend. It doesn't work for everyone for some reason. It is my sleep oil. Most frequently, the most common sleep oil is Serenity. That works for the majority of the people. A lot of people like lavender, cedarwood. There's so many options for sleep. For some reason, this is just the one that I am the most drawn to. So those are the ones that I would recommend if you're looking for a personal fragrance. You want to replace perfumes, but also you get a therapeutic benefit. Not only are they going to not mess up your hormones, they're going to help support them. A couple other options if you're looking for fragrance is doTERRA's Whisper blend. So that is a blend that has some florals, but also some earthier oils in there. There's a little bit of vanilla, I believe. And that actually smells different on every single individual. It works with your pheromones. Some people smell chocolatey, some people smell like flower, some people smell almost like a baby powder. It's kind of interesting. And then sometimes on a very masculine person or on a man, sometimes it smells like a forest. So it's the most unique oil blend that I've ever smelled, different on everyone. Sometimes I smell like chocolate and that's my favorite time to wear it. Another option would be the passion oil, which has some florals plus some spices. And I talked about that last week in the emotional aromatherapy essential oils. So next we have lavender and Roma chamomile. These are for all things calming. They are chemically, if you look at their chemical constituents, their makeup, they're very similar. So you could almost use these interchangeably. The aromas are very different. You may be familiar with how lavender smells. The Roman chamomile is much sweeter, like almost like, hey, I need to add something else to this. And I often do. I like to mix this. I have a chill out blend that's a roller that I just put some frankincense in, Roman chamomile, and wild orange. So we've got like that base note of the frankincense, that deep earthy smell. Then this kind of brings it all together as a melody, as the middle note. And then that wild orange is that top bright note. Sometimes I add that blend to my bath. Sometimes I add it to the bedside diffuser. And then this is one that is really mild that we used a lot on my baby when she was very little. It's great for babies. You can even dilute a little bit with Roman chamomile and copaiba and just one drop diluted and do it along the jawline for teething, works really great. And we still add this a lot of times to her bath. Lavender, all things calming. I've talked about this oil frequently. I think our most common use for our lavender is our owie spray. So we add equal parts frankincense, tea tree, and lavender. Top it with fractionated coconut oil in one of these bottles, put a little spray top on, and we use that for owies. Also great just to keep in your car to help you calm down if you have road rage, or anytime you need emotional or even physical soothing on your skin. Next, let's dive into ylang-ylang. Ylang-ylang is used in a lot of spicy essential oils for the bedroom recipes. I have some of these recipes using ylang-ylang on a previous Valentine's Day blog. I'll link it in this current blog, so if you're in that one, you'll be able to find it linked through there. And it is great for hormones, and I like it diffused with sandalwood. It does make me think about spicy bedroom time. There are some massage blends you can make with it, of course, diffuser blends. But another use that I personally like to use it for is for skin. It's great for all skin types, whether you're oily, dry, combo, anti-aging. It's one of those oils that's great for all skin types. So it is in the Virage facial toner that doTERRA has. And then I also like to use it in my own rice water mask. So I make rice water. There's recipes all over the internet. Mine's so simple. I just soak my rice for 30 minutes, sometimes up to 3 hours, however long I feel like soaking the rice. And then I use that rice water with a drop of ylang-ylang and a drop of copaiba, and I put it on my face, and it feels so magical. The rice water is a natural toner, and so is the ylang-ylang plus anti-aging, and it feels great. So that's a fun way to use your ylang-ylang as well. Next, let's talk about these three. We have clary sage, geranium, and blue tansy. So clary sage and geranium, let's start with these two. These are both excellent for hormones. So when I think especially about female hormones, these are a couple go-to. So when I was having really bad cystic acne, I knew it was linked to hormones. There were a lot of things I had to do, including changing my diet, detoxing my skincare routine, my cleaning routine. But topically on my face, one of the things that worked really well is using geranium and tea tree. So I'd put a drop of each in my Virage cleanser, wash my face, use the Virage toner, and then the HD Clear, which is doTERRA's topical blend for your skin. And in the HD Clear, there is geranium. Yeah, there's geranium, litsea, tea tree, a few others. But for me, adding that geranium to my face wash helped a lot because I knew I had a lot of hormonal stuff going on. It's also the oil of love and trust. And like Rose, I had mentioned, it has a lot of immune supportive properties that some of the other florals don't have. Especially great for the endocrine system. And then clary sage, my first thought when I think of clary sage is also hormone support. If you're looking specifically for oils for hormone support, I wouldn't even mess around trying to blend your own with these. I would just go straight for the Clary Calm. This is the monthly blend for women. I use it every single day. I've used it every single day for, I don't know, since 2011. So how long is that? 12, 11 years. But it has clary sage, lavender, Roman chamomile, bergamot, ylang-ylang, cedarwood, geranium, fennel seed, carrot seed, palmarosa, and vitex. So some of the oils we already talked about, they're all in here. I like to use it personally under my armpits, and then I put a clean doTERRA deodorant on top. It gets into where it needs to go, does its thing. You can put it on your abdomen, you can put it on your wrists, wherever you want it. But if you're looking specifically for hormones, that's how I would use it. And then the clary sage, I also sometimes use this in my dry shampoo. It's supposed to be good for oily hair. So in between washes, sometimes I get arrowroot powder, which is from my kitchen pantry. And I'll put just a little bit of arrowroot in my hand, one little drop of the clary sage, rub it together, and give my head a little massage. I like the smell. It seems to work great. And just a fun way to use your clary sage. Blue tansy is another one that I use for my skincare routine. This is a really unique oil because it is blue, very blue. This is what gives the color blue to our balance oil, which is our grounding blend. This is from the chamazoline. That's the constituent that makes it blue. And it doesn't stay blue, it'll fade. And this is one that I use on my skin every day. So the way I use it on my skin, because it helps with rejuvenation so much, is I use the doTERRA hydrating cream. So this has lavender, jasmine, geranium, and frankincense. And I like to put one drop in there. So I'm all out. I used it all this morning. So tonight when I go to do my hydrating cream, I'm gonna just amp it up. I'm gonna open up the new one, pop this off, and then I'm gonna just put one drop in here and mix it in like the top 1/4. I guess I could put probably 4 drops or so would fill the whole thing, but I just do 1 drop, mix the top, and then use it that way. It'll turn it blue, but it will not turn your face blue. And I promise you will notice a difference when you use the blue essential oils on your face. So that's blue tansy, so dilute it in your moisturizer. And then I also use the other blue oil for my face, which is yarrow palm. So that's the yarrow oil mixed with pomegranate seed oil. It's already pre-diluted, perfect for your face, all skin types, doesn't break people out, also great for hormones. And so that's what I use as my serum. And so this is just the added bonus that I use. Another fun tip, a hairstylist taught me that you can make your own blue shampoo. So if you have blonde hair, you know that sometimes it can get brassy and you can use a blue or purple shampoo to correct it. So if I need that, I just add 1 drop of blue. I was so nervous it would turn my hair blue. It did not. In a pump of shampoo, and that can be your blue shampoo. And then the final 2 we have are helichrysum and melissa. So helichrysum has been dubbed liquid stitches. It is in my hiking backpack, my first aid kit. I put it on my skin anytime there is a cut. Of course, if we need medical attention, we go to the doctor, we get our stitches, we get our medical attention. But if you're at home or in the backcountry and you need something to help it heal in between, You can put this direct on your cuts, scrapes, things of that nature. So that's how we use helichrysum most, is on cuts, scrapes, scars. You can also mix it with the yarrow palm or the immortelle for scars. And then finally, Melissa oil is one of the pricier oils that we use in our house for serious, I don't know how to say it without getting in trouble, serious funk that we pick up from outside. So if we know that our lymph nodes are swollen, our On Guard isn't working, some of our other stuff isn't working like it normally does, Melissa comes in with the big guns. I mentioned rose and geranium also do that as immune supportive oils. Melissa is also one of those high-powered oils. So if nothing else is working, get your Melissa out, rub it on your spine, put it under your tongue. That's why they include it in the On Guard Plus drops. So those are the On Guard Plus soft gels to help support your immune system. That is why Melissa is in it. It's also great if you get those little bumps around your lips that come sometimes if you're stressed out. You can put it directly on there. It will help them heal very quickly and sometimes can even prevent them from coming back. You could also add a drop to this to your homemade lip balm. I have a Supermint lip balm recipe that you could easily swap out the Supermint oil for Melissa and use that as a healing balm as those arise for you. So if you've tried these floral oils, drop a comment. Let me know what your favorite floral essential oil is. And of course, if you don't already have doTERRA wholesale pricing, you can get free wholesale pricing plus access to my team's education network through the link below on blissedmama.com. Shop oils there, and we will see everyone next time. Thanks for watching.